Yesterday, a new update came out about the new Dogecoin and crypto taxes. It was a -1, and so it created some FUD in the market. But today, we have another new info about it that'll prove to be incredible for Doge and other cryptos. I believe it'll reduce a lot of fear that's in the market right now. So, let's talk about it. Hello guys, and welcome back to Crypto Fire, where we talk about Dogecoin, cryptocurrency, and investing. Before we go any further, please keep in mind that we're giving away $100 to a random subscriber. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment on your favorite cryptocurrency. Read our description for more info about it. Now, let's get started with today's video. So, before we talk about the great update, let's talk about what happened yesterday. So the vote for the new infrastructure bill came down to 220 versus 212. Basically, Congress was ready to pass the bill that included the broad language that included minors and other important parties in it. Even the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi pledged to passing it by September 27, saying that, "I am committing to pass the bipartisan infrastructure bill by September 27. I do so with a commitment to rally House Democratic support for its passage." So it looked like she was very adamant about passing it. And it created a lot of FUD because we don't want these miners to pay taxes, as it'll discourage them to mine crypto. And if that happens, it'll reduce the hash rate, which will then reduce Bitcoin's price. And eventually, Dogecoin's price will be hit too. But it seems that it might not happen because of what happened today. A Treasury official said that even if the clause is not modified, the U.S. Treasury Department will not pursue non-brokers such as miners and hardware developers. Basically, if reporting requirements are incorporated into tax legislation, they will only be extended to those who can comply, such as certain decentralized exchanges. Also, before enacting the law, the Treasury intends to do a study to determine who would be required to comply and if they are capable of doing so. And this study is going to take them several years to implement. This is why Anjali Jariwala, a certified financial advisor, said that the holders need not be concerned. She also said that this law will most likely be the first step in further regulating cryptocurrencies. So I think we'll have to keep a close eye on it. Moving forward, let's look at Dogecoin price for a minute. Currently, it's trading at 29.1 cents and is down by 2.2% in the last 24 hours. As I've said before, we can expect Doge to trade sideways till at least Friday, before the option's expiry. And it seems like the whales are already aware of it. And this is why they chose to trim their holdings yesterday, which built on the selling pressure and led to the dip. Historically, a rise in Bitcoin inflows to exchanges, as seen today, precedes a price drop. And this was the most substantial increase in Bitcoin exchange inflows since May 2020. And analysts anticipate more consolidation for Bitcoin before it continues its upward trajectory. So, Dino Ibis-Bigovic, an analyst at Sentiment, recently gave an update about this too. According to him, on-chain researchers think that surges in exchange inflow and balance indicate to a moment in time when addresses are trying to collect some of their winnings and minimize their exposure, which is plainly happening right now. And then Lark Davis said that Bitcoin inflows to exchanges are increasing, which frequently precedes a price drop. So far, the market has absorbed the sell pressure, with prices only a few percent down. And then William Clement, chief insights analyst at Blockware team, jumped in and said that, "I am bearish in the short term. The illiquid supply ratio has decreased and coins are migrating to exchanges. There is also some selling from whales." So, as I said, the whales were anticipating a pullback shortly after we reached 50K, and their move led to an even bigger dip. According to a statement with the US SEC, Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy spent roughly $177 million on its most recent BTC acquisition. Also, according to CEO Michael Saylor's tweet, it now has around 109K BTC in total. And that amounts to more than $5.3 billion. So I think it's pretty great to see Michael Saylor, who manages one of the biggest firms out there, being that bullish on Bitcoin, especially when it's currently trading sideways. According to Scamwatch statistics, Australian investors lost more than 70 million Australian dollars in the first 6 months of 2021, and crypto scams accounted for more than half of all the losses. Also, it says that crypto-related frauds in Australia have now surpassed 18.5 million, and that's a 44% rise over last year. Now, the worst part about this is that the Australian Securities and Investments Commission has advised Australians to refrain from investing in cryptos through unregulated organizations. So basically, people in Australia aren't going to invest in cryptos via these bogus exchanges. This is perhaps good news because it'll save Australians from more crypto scams. And in the long run, lesser number of scams will improve crypto's reputation. Moving on, some great news came from El Salvador. According to its president, the residents would be allowed to convert their crypto to cash once the Bitcoin law comes into effect on 7 September. And to make it easier for them, 200 ATM machines and 50 branches are now being opened all over El Salvador. The key here to let these people freely convert their Bitcoin into hard cash whenever they want. And I think this is why it's a huge step forward for crypto's mass adoption. Anyway, let's talk about another big news from today. So it says here that Citigroup is gearing up to trade Bitcoin futures. Basically, they're doing this because they're seeing an increase in client demand for crypto exposure. And it's pretty great because with this, Citi is going to join Goldman Sachs, which is also introducing Bitcoin futures trading, if all the formalities are taken care of. About this, a Citibank spokesperson said that, given the various issues around legal frameworks, supervisory expectations, and other reasons, we are taking a very deliberate approach. We are currently exploring products like futures for some of our institutional clients as they are governed by strict legal frameworks. Now, if you don't know, Citibank currently has $23.7 trillion in assets under custody. And if its institutional investors are interested in crypto, it's definitely a big deal. A candidate for chairman of South Korea's Financial Service Commission said that he thinks cryptocurrencies are not a financial asset. He also said that he finds it difficult to view them as a financial asset and believes they could not function as a currency. So I think this could spread some FUD in the market. And this is exactly why it's really important to educate ourselves about the purpose and use cases of blockchain and cryptos. In any case, I hope he changes his stance on it. Anyway, another news from South Korea was that the authorities apparently intend to shut down a number of crypto exchanges already. They're doing this on suspicion of operating fake accounts. So, I think we'll have to see how this plays out. I still believe that it won't affect trading volumes from South Korea a lot. There's simply too much FOMO about cryptos at the moment. Anyway, let's come back to Dogecoin to see how it's doing at the moment. Currently, it's trading at 29.2 cents and is down by around 2.5% in the last 24 hours. The signals have been mostly bearish, and this is because of the selling pressure that was created by the whales. In any case, I think we could see it head back to 32 cents this week because of its high correlation with Bitcoin. If we look at Bitcoin, it's back to 49K again, and I think this is something to be really optimistic about. As history suggests, Doge is going to rise with Bitcoin too, so we'll have to be alert about where it goes in the next couple of days. In any case, I'd love to know where you think we're headed from here. Let me know in the comment section below. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and sharing it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for daily videos on Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Goodbye. Take care.